Welcome to part 2 of business tips and tweaks to help propel your voiceover career.
We're going to focus on your social media and online presence in this one.
This video is for new talent, or if you've been at it for a while.
These are things you can implement right away to give you max benefit on your socials.
You may find these as some just light housekeeping, or it might be some overhaul, but either way, they're subtle things that can help you out.
But as a quick reminder, if your content isn't quality, then no amount of tweaking will make a difference.
Got good content? You know where that's from. Got milk. Anyways.
All right, let's start with the IG, the gram, the Instacart? No, Instagram, #gram focus.
You done?
Yep.
First up on the checklist, change your IG to a business account. How? Step 1.
Step 1.
Go to your Instagram account settings, then to your profile.
Tap the hamburger menu in the top right corner of the app. Step 2, switch to Instagram professional account.
Step 3, choose a business account.
Step 4, connect your Facebook page.
You may be wondering, why am I doing this?
Because it'll allow you more access to analytics.
It also allows call to action buttons and ways to easily contact you. Plus, it shows you're a professional and serious business.
Who knew? Well, now you do. Next up on the checklist, update your bio. Look over it, make sure that 1, it tells people what you do, and 2, shows your personality and who you are.
Update your name. Sounds kind of weird, huh? Well, keywords in your bio can help people find you. So for me, I added voiceover beside my name. My IG handle is @HeidiRue, and I wanted to keep that just my name. But adding voiceover to the end of my name doesn't hinder anyone from finding me, and it immediately tells people what I do.
Can't forget about your old profile pic. Is it actually old? You need to update it? Now, on-camera actors usually don't need to be reminded of this. They're updating like every minute, it seems. But voice talent do. So if you have a logo, that might actually be a good place for it too.
Website is next. Remember to make sure your website is in your IG bio. If you'd like to include multiple links,
demos, website, book gigs, that sort of thing.
Use Linktree or another service like it.
Next on the checklist, category. What? Yeah. Voice actor doesn't automatically come up in the category, but if you add it to the search, it will pop up.
And finally, contact info. Make sure your contact info is up to date.
Now, we don't want to leave you hanging when it comes to resources that can help you with this, so here's a few that we use.
Planoly. Oh, I love using this to schedule IG posts and stories, and you can even do reels now.
Loomly is another one. It's another scheduling tool that includes LinkedIn, which is really handy.
Linktree, I use this to include links to my podcast, website, and a lot more.
And Canva, free account where you can create graphics and even jazz up your profile pic if you need to.
Just do what you can with the time you have today. Even if it's 5 minutes, you're taking a step forward in your career.
Now, before we get too deep into tweaking the socials, it's a good reminder for all of us to remember what this account is for. If it's for your business, then keep it related to that and your brand.
And think about giving more than getting. Sure, it's great to post showing what you're up to, but remind yourself that it's always good to help build others up in the process.
Remember, people will always remember how you make them feel over what you say.
For Biz Tweak number 2, we asked the LinkedIn expert to share. Enter Tracy Lindley, creator of the VO Edge LinkedIn course.
Tracy says, your LinkedIn profile doesn't just function as another social media platform. It's actually a free and powerful tool that can
showcase your voiceover work, provide your contact info to possible buyers, increase your online visibility, and attract potential clients.
She then goes on to say, conversely, a badly designed or incomplete profile can turn away those who are considering working with you and cause you to lose potential opportunities.
Do you want to stand out in the world of voice talent? Then follow these 3 easy steps that Tracy gives to get you started.
1. Make sure your background photo includes your contact information.
It's such a simple thing, but we miss this. One of the best ways to snag a new client is by being easy to reach.
You can either create a custom graphic that includes your website and email address using Canva, which is what I did, or your favorite design program.
Or hire a graphic designer to create it for you. Putting your contact info on the background photo itself means prospective clients don't even have to connect with you to be able to get in touch.
You can also include your contact info at the bottom of your About and Experience section sections, as well as the area designated for contact info.
It's a good idea to test out your background photographic by viewing it on both your desktop and your phone and tablet to make sure it's positioned correctly, and to make sure your contact info doesn't get covered up by your profile photo.
Number 2 will alleviate some stress. Your profile. Do you write it in first person, third person? What would Mike do?
2, write your profile using first person tense. A common mistake Tracy sees many people make is that they copy their resume and use it as either their about or experience wording.
Not only can this hurt your search engine optimization by duplicating copy,
a no-no to most search engines,
but it depersonalizes your profile when you do that.
Tracy says one of the main goals in using LinkedIn as a free networking tool is to give others a chance to get to know you. And that means writing in a friendly, approachable, and human way.
She goes on to say that we all want to do business with people who we feel a connection with, and therefore have developed a sense of familiarity and trust. So look at your profile copy from the lens of someone who's at a professional networking event with the intent to build business connections and share referrals with others. That means being helpful, personable, and interesting even in your writing.
And finally, the third tip Tracy has for you: never create more than one LinkedIn profile. She says that this is one of the top questions she gets from talent learning about LinkedIn.
And look, we get it too, because many voiceover actors are bivocational when they're first getting started in the industry. So should you have one profile for your day job and a second profile for the voiceover acting career?
Tracy's short answer: no. She says LinkedIn's user agreement doesn't allow 2 personal profiles. You can, however, be affiliated with more than one company page.
That way, you can be linked to the company page for your 9-to-5 job and still create your own company page for your own voiceover business.
But it's up to you to decide if you even want to list your day job at all, and if you do, how to weave your 2 passions together.
Tracy encourages you to begin thinking about how your day job helps you to be a better voice actor. Now, to give you an example, she was a claims adjuster for the first few years after she graduated college.
She said this experience helped her learn how to plan her day, which helps her now in her current autonomous lifestyle. It provided her with hands-on knowledge within the automotive industry,
which comes in handy when she's voicing commercials and training projects in that industry. Think creatively. Let your past positions help add flavor and experience to your job as a current voice actor.
If you're wanting to know more about how to get your LinkedIn profile revised so that you can get more traffic, then check out the link in the show notes for her LinkedIn Edge courses and here on screen.
Seriously, this is such a great course, and we know you'll get a ton out of it, as so many others have. There's work on LinkedIn, so make it work for you. Make it work for you.
Make it work for you.
Make it work for you.
Make it work
Make it
for
work.
you.
Make it work.
Twerk it and work it.
I don't know what's happening.
Continuing with your social media tweaks, it's time to look at Facebook.
Still using it? Seems like we older gens are, but everyone else has migrated. Still, there are potential clients on there, so utilize it.
Here's a checklist just to make sure your Facebook page is up to date and optimized for your VO business.
If you don't have a business Facebook page, you could still use a lot on this checklist.
Number 1, contact info. Make sure everything is up to date and you have your website listed, email, and any other way listed so that someone can contact you quickly.
2, categories. Have 3 categories chosen to describe your voiceover business, or the closest to it.
How, you might ask? Sign in as the Facebook page admin. Click on the left side of your Facebook page.
Below General, click on Edit next to Category.
3, business description. Craft the description so that it describes what you do and shows who you are.
4, CTA. Use the call to action button to point people to your VoiceOver website or email.
Number 5, enable posts plus reviews. Make sure these are enabled to allow interaction. Side note, reviews left on your Facebook page also show up in Google, which is pretty nice.
6, photos. Look through your photos. Do they reflect you as a professional voice actor?
Do you have a logo that you can add to your profile or photo album?
Are there pics on there from your drunken heydays in college?
What, me? Might be a good idea to curate those just a wee bit. And remember, you can always continue to keep your personal page for those.
7, housekeeping. Check the groups you're a part of. Are there any that you can get rid of? It's kind of like your desktop. Just get rid of what you don't really need or aren't following.
But are there any groups you need to turn notifications on for to stay on top of postings? It's just a good idea to go through and make sure it's set up for clarity, not clutter.
And there you go. Your Facebook is tweaked slightly to set you up for success. Remember, these social media tweaks are just so you can do a check-in and see if everything is set up correctly and aligns with what you have to offer as a voiceover talent.
For instance, when I was going through my TikTok page, I realized my website wasn't even attached to it. Yeah, not sure if I simply just never added it when I set it up or if it wasn't an option. No clue. Anyways.
But that is what these challenges are for. Short, focused, actionable things to make sure you're set up for success. Now, here's another checklist.
Number 1, username. Is it your name? I know this feels like a trick question, but your brand name as a voice talent is your name. That's what you slate. That's how your agents and your clients know you. If there's someone with your name already, just add VO or voiceover to it to set it apart.
Number 2, attach your Instagram and YouTube account to it. If people love what you're sharing on the TikTok, they'll enjoy following you on other platforms as well. So make these platforms work for you.
Number 3, check your profile. Describe who you are and what you do. Only 80 characters though, so make it brief.
Use emojis.
Include a link, website, demos, etc.
Add a call to action. For this, an option is to offer a way to contact me if they have a voiceover need.
4, add a website.
5, make sure a category is selected.
6, profile photo. Does it need to be updated? Maybe consider spending a little money and get new headshots that you can use on all your platforms and maybe even your website.
And maybe just send one to mom. Number 7, make it a business account. As a business account, you can add your email, which is so convenient if someone wants to book you.
Side note, I've been meaning to create a whole email newsletter.
Sign up at atlantavoiceoverstudio.com if you haven't already.
Yep, but I've been meaning to do one about going viral on TikTok. And if it happens to you, then how do you utilize it to benefit your VO career?
This one here went viral last year by doing the VO challenge. It was lightning in a bottle. We couldn't have predicted it.
This has been the only instance where I've gotten jobs directly from people finding me on social media, but there were also 18.6 million views.
18.6 million. That doesn't happen often at all. But as Brian, one of our instructors, says, every now and then, lightning strikes.
I'll try and create an email newsletter with that info, but if you go viral, email me and I'll help walk you through ideas of how you can capitalize on it. I emailed my agents, managers, etc. No one really knew exactly what to do. So I figured it out, but it was a little too late. So you've got to jump on it as soon as it happens.
Now, bonus time. We're not done yet, but that covers the social media portion. Now, if you're on P2Ps, pay to plays, online casting sites like Voice123, we wanted to give you some extra help. Yeah, but don't worry, it's the fun kind of homework though. Am I right? Let's do this. Like I said, it's the fun kind of homework though. So if you struggle to figure out how to make pay-to-plays, specifically Voice123, work for you, we had Natasha Marchevka. She's co-creator of V123pros.com, and her course, we had her on our podcast. Now, she not only talked about how to be successful on Voice123.com, but gave us some great VO business tips in general. So first, you can see the bonus questions on this Atlanta Voiceover Studio and ProVoiceOverTraining.com YouTube channel in the video section. Then we encourage you to head over to wherever you like to listen to podcasts. We'll have links in the show notes. And what will you learn from Natasha? In this episode, we cover with Natasha her voiceover journey, tips on how to create a successful voiceover business, how to have a sustainable voiceover career, actionable things voice talent can do to create a better career for themselves, advice for getting the most out of Voice123, and there's a ton of great information there from someone who does really well on Voice123.com. See, that homework is going to be fun. You're going to get a lot out of it, and it's not hard. So that's part 2 of business tips and tweaks to help propel your voiceover career, social media, and Voice123.com edition. I still don't know where Heidi went, but we talked about tweaking IG, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok profiles to maximize all those small real estate spaces. Then we gave you some homework to watch the bonus questions interview that we did with Natasha from V123pros.com on this channel. And then go listen to our Atlanta Voiceover Studio podcast for all the great tidbits to help your voiceover career. Links are in the show notes. We'll have a part 3 dropping soon, where we'll cover everything from emailing agents to your auditions, to talking about getting together a marketing strategy and plan, to even more. So keep checking back.
Not sure if you know this, but if you ever want to train with a professional, you can always go to atlantavoiceoverstudio.com and click on private coaches in the menu.
Yeah, we have a full list of coaches who will meet up with you live on Zoom and help you work on whatever you need. Whether you're trying to master the conversational natural read, you want to practice bringing a script to life as opposed to just reading it,
or if you'd like to make sure that your home studio is set up properly, We have a private coach for that. We're here to help you on your VO journey.